Chapter 7, in which we wonder whether Thunderpaw can really play nice. Later that day, we flew to New Closhire, where the next debate of the primary was scheduled to take place. As usual, I was forced to sit in the back of the jet with Banders. That didn't bother me though. I didn't want to sit up with Thunderpaw.
My milk saucer brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours, darn right. It's better than yours. I can teach you, but I'd have to charge a $15 minimum wage.
Well, Banders has got a singing voice on him, yeah? Please stop singing. You're in a bad mood today. You've hardly said anything the entire fight. What is up? Nothing. I'm just thinking about the campaign. What's there for you to worry about? Thunderpaw is in first place right now. Your campaign is sitting pretty. I don't know. What if he's the wrong candidate? What if someone else deserves to be president? Of course someone else deserves to be president. Literally anyone else in the country would be a better president than the people who are running. Think about it. Running for president means you're going to spend at least a year and a half doing nothing but talking about yourself and your policies and your plans. Only a complete egomaniac would be willing to do that. Oh, savage. So, you don't like any of the presidential candidates? Nope. Anyone who runs for president is either crazy, an egomaniac, or both. There's no good reason for anyone to run for president. I say we bring back the good old days when candidates weren't allowed to campaign for themselves. Is that what you really think? Or is that your political protest side talking? Of course that's what I really think. If I said one thing in public, but said different things in private, then I'd be no better than the politicians I'm always insulting. Those greedy politicians who only care about money. I think your brother is also obsessed with money. He does have a lot of it. Absolutely. That's how he became a billionaire in the first place. Does he stand to make a lot of money if he's elected president? Yep, since he entered the race, the cat house he sells has tripled in price. If he wins, the prices will probably go up by 10. Everyone will want to live in a house that the president built, not to mention he could pass a few laws which help his healthcare investments. Oh, he's got those as well, has he? So you're saying Thunderpaw is corrupt? No, actually, that's the one advantage he has over other politicians. Since he's independently wealthy, he's not beholden to donors and special interests. That is, he's not beholden to special interests besides his own. Oh yeah. Maybe Banders is right. Maybe the political process is corrupt to begin with and Thunderpaw is just taking advantage of a broken system. I don't know, and I really don't care anymore. I should probably just quit the campaign and stop worrying about it. But Thunderpaw won't let me quit, will he? I can't get out of the situation that easily. Maybe I could find a way to get myself fired. Oh, I know Thundy is a big blowhard and he acts like a jerk, but facade, that's a French word. It means fake appearance. Deep down, he's just a big softie. I doubt that. Hey, if he's completely heartless, you and I wouldn't be here right now. We'd probably be living out the streets, which is where far too many cats and people end up. We need more welfare programs. Let's get free houses for everyone. I like it, but who's going to pay for all those houses? I haven't thought that far ahead. Maybe my brother. He builds cat houses. Genius thought. What if my brother becomes president and manipulates the system to make himself billions in profit? He'd do it by building millions of houses for the country's homeless. His greed could actually help the country. I'm confused. Are you saying political greed is a good thing? Sounds like I am, huh? Don't take it too seriously. I don't understand what I'm saying half the time. That's why I always have to define words for myself. Whatever. Go away for a bit, will ya? It's time for my scratching. And I don't like to do that in front of other people. Ew. I'm leaving. Oh, he's scratching. The only other place in the jet was up front with Thunderpaw, so that's where I went. He was tapping on his phone and giggling. What's he looking at? Oh my god. Look at that cutie. What? Are you looking at boy bands? They're too wonderful. I can't eat. What is this? It's the best one yet. Are you looking at cute human pictures on your phone? No. And you're not allowed to look at my browsing history to check. For a brief second, I thought I saw him looking at a picture of me in there, but that's too crazy. I mean, I'm not that cute. Better be careful or you lose your membership to the Evil Overlord Club. Please, you make it sound like I'm the only dishonest person who has ever run for office. I'm nowhere near as bad as President Tummy Rubs. He was probably the worst president we ever had. He gambled away the country's social security program in the drunken poker game against, is it the Peruvian President Claude Kitten? It ended up costing the country $60 trillion. That's quite a lot. Besides, I did what you asked me to. I've set up the accounts to automatically withdraw funding from my opponents. So by the time the national convention comes around, I won't be financing any of them. Are you happy? No, I think you should come clean to the media about what you did. Now that would be political suicide. Only an idiot would do something like that, and I'm not an idiot. That's why I made extra sure I wasn't breaking any laws. Maybe you didn't break any judicial laws, but you sure broke some moral laws. Oh please. Are you still mad at me because I insult my opponents and make up fake scandals about them? Fine, I'll tell you what. I won't do any of that in the debate tonight, really. He's being quite flexible for me. Yes, I promise to be nice to all my opponents. Can you handle that though? What's the catch? There is no catch. Tonight's debate is a throwaway debate, so I can do whatever I want and it doesn't matter. What do you mean it's throwaway? I mean, the news media has already picked Rover as tonight's big winner. No matter what happens and no matter how the poll numbers change, they're going to report that Rover won the debate. But that's dishonest. Yeah, well, I'm not happy about it either, but that's the truth. The media is going to favour Rover tonight because he's from New Clawshire, so the other candidates tonight aren't even going to try and win. So that's why you're going to play it fair for once. You're only nice when it doesn't matter. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I don't know. Let's call him a jerk. You're a bigger jerk than I thought. Glad to hear you think so much of me, but after this, we're even. Got it? I play fair in the debate, and you don't tell anyone about me looking up cute pictures on the internet. I promise I won't tell anyone. They'd never believe me anyway. Good. And who knows, maybe you're right. My poll numbers could go up after this. People are always saying I need to lighten up a bit to win over the critics who think I'm too harsh. Is that what you think? No. I think those guys are spineless jellyfish who are so afraid of offending other people that they run away in fear whenever they hear me. I'm better. I'll tell it to you straight. I don't talk out of both sides of my mouth. Yeah, maybe it comes off as harsh sometimes, but it's a harsh world. We need a president who will make the harsh decisions, not a soft cuddly cat who will talk a lot but do nothing. I swear, the way some of these people act, it's like they're afraid to hear someone say the truth. They're always trying to twist and manipulate things to their advantage. And when they hear something told plainly, they run in fear. Telling us the truth is one thing, being a jerk's another. Yeah, well, we're still in the primaries, none of this matters. What? Come on, have you noticed? Candidates act extreme and harsh in the primaries. When it comes to the general election, they're singing a different tune, catering to a different beast as it were, playing it to a different audience. Are you saying that once you reach the general election, you'll put an end to your huge jerk act? Maybe, we'll see. We got to get to the general election first, and I believe we will. So you admit your jerk routine is an act? I know it deep down. You're a softie who looks up cute pictures in his spare time. Shut up and leave me alone. Touchy. Yeah, he is. Chapter 8, in which candidates have a heated debate about the pressing issues facing us. So what's the truth? Is Thunderpaw a nice cat pretending to be mean? Or is he a mean cat who's manipulating the election for suspect reasons? I'm not sure. Maybe he's half and half, you know, half mean, half nice. Most cats and people are like that. Nice sometimes, mean other times. It's hard to tell which is his real personality. I hope it's the good one, like Thunderpaw is a good noble cat. He just has an evil twin brother who keeps switching places with him. That's not right. Banders is his twin brother, and Banders isn't evil. He's a bit of a fruitcake as well, though. Speaking of Banders, where did he go? As soon as we landed in New Clawshire, he ran off somewhere. I probably should have followed him to make sure he didn't cause trouble, but I had other plans. Liz, how you doing? So good to see you. I know, right? Thanks so much for inviting me to the debate tonight. It's nothing. We had extra tickets, and besides, you invited me to a debate. That's how I got the job. I remember. So, how is the job? Is Thunderpaw a good boss? I've had worse. He's horrible. He's a bit crazy, actually. He's a horrible boss. Always insulting and complaining and scheming. Scheming? Never mind. It's a long story. Also, I can't tell you because I'm being blackmailed. I'm surprised you came here to pick me up, though. I thought I would have to arrive on my own. Aren't you busy preparing for the debate? I'm not debating. Thunderpaw is. You know what I mean. Didn't you come up with a sample question for him to prepare with? Maybe write up some speeches and answers ahead of time? Honestly, he said he wasn't going to bother with the debate, as it doesn't matter. He said he and the other candidates are going to waste time all night asking pointless questions and bickering about nothing. Really? Sounds interesting. But there's some good news. Thunderpaw promised me that he would be nice in the debate. He did promise that. I don't believe it. He's going to be nice or just nice for him. I'm not sure. He didn't say. Either way, good for you, having a positive influence on him. He must like you if he's willing to change for you. Please, you're making it sound like we're in a relationship together. Oh, it's the first time it's been mentioned. Don't you want to date him though? He's so powerful and rugged. And that hair though. Okay, he's cute. Really? Okay, but I still don't like his personality. Let's hope his nice personality at the debate tonight will be an improvement. Anything would be an improvement over some of the garbage I've seen coming out of that cat's mouth. True. I took Lizzie from the airport to the hotel. We had much nicer accommodations this time because Thunderpaw owned the hotel in question. It helps if you can own the hotel. The two of us had lunch and watched a movie until it was time for the debate. This could be interesting. Hello and welcome to the Shark Claw debate, live in New Clawshire. The rules for tonight's debate are simple. Each candidate only has a 45 seconds per response. That will keep things moving quickly since the debate is only an hour long. Excuse me, I got a question. Does that include the time it takes for moderators to ask questions? Shut up, Kale. No, it does not. What if the audience applauses? I feel that it should count towards the time limit. Rover, shush. What if someone interrupts you? I don't like being interrupted. You interrupted me. Why would you say you're against interrupting? Oh my god, I was trying to prove my point, you moron. You more or less understand what I mean. What about situations like that where they're talking over each other? Do they both get time taken away? Because I want to be heard. I don't want to lose time when I'm talking, but no one can hear me. Is shouting a strategy? I can try shouting over the other candidates to make sure none of them ever get heard. Okay, if it makes you all feel better, we'll pause the 45-second timer whenever two or more cats are talking. Oh my god, what if we're asked to sing a duet together? Will that be Kale, shut up! Will that be counted against us? Because in a duet, you're supposed to sing at the same time. None of the questions about duets, actually. If you all stopped asking questions about the rules, we could get to the first question, which is for, what about barbershop quartets? Will there be a barbershop quartet? I doubt that. But there are 5 of us. If there's a quartet, I don't want to be the one left out. There will be no singing. Oh my god, these guys. Mr. Moderator, if I could interrupt, I think we're all overlooking something very important, namely, what happens if my response is less than 45 seconds? Can the time I saved get added to my next response? That doesn't sound fair to me. Me neither. What if some cat only gives 1 word responses because they're saving up for a big speech at the end? And what if someone interrupts that speech? It's not fair at all. Candidates, please, can we move on to the first question? It's for Rover. Excuse me, I don't believe I got a question yet. When do I get a question? Yeah, how do you decide who gets a question or not? Everyone should have a fair share of questions, like 10 questions each. There's no time for that. I need to be able to give counter speeches. What if someone brutally attacks me? I should be allowed to respond. Yes, responses. These guys! Do those count towards the 45-second limit? Because if not, everyone's going to ignore the questions and spend time responding to each other. That's not fair. Some cats might get left out. It's not fair if all people do is respond to each other, because then we don't get any answer to any questions. So can I have the first question, please? Yes, we want to know. Wait, did the timer start yet or not? I'm not sure. I don't want to waste my time. The debate started a few minutes ago. I think we should just say Rover gave up his time and move on to the next question. Speaking of which, why are we moving on to the second portion of the debate? I spent more time preparing for that, so I'll want as much time as possible then. Seriously, this thing is really, really annoying. Wait, you know what the second portion of the debate is going to be about? No one told me what the topics were in advance. I was given a list of topics, but I think they're out of order. Could you give me the correct order, please? Very unprofessional. You should have given us all correct topic a list ahead of time. What are you talking about? Didn't you get a list of questions inside the green room? I did. What? That's not fair. You gave him questions but not us? I agree, that is unfair. But if we could go back to the 45-second time limit, I need a little bit of clarification. This is really awful. This debate is going nowhere fast, yeah. Thunderpaw said the candidates were going to take it seriously, but this is a little ridiculous. Still, glad to see he's being nicer than usual. Yeah, I think. Oh, did the lights just go out? Yeah, what happened? What is this? What? What is this? Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this debate for an important announcement. You thought only 5 presidential candidates would be here tonight, but a new challenger approaches. Say hello to your newest and greatest presidential candidate. What the hell is going on? I wasn't warned about this. Seriously. Banders, what are you doing? Hi everybody, I'm going to be the next president of the United States. Nice shades.